Hey there guys, and welcome back to another weekend shave. Well, today is Friday, but I'm off, so it starts the weekend for me. And today I'm going to use the Wolfman open comb razor on a Jurgen Hempel wave handle, stainless steel, which I love. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and put a blade in now, because I did not put a blade in, and Lord help if I get accused of using an air blade again. Sometimes there are ridiculous, responses to some of these videos. Like, who's going to go through the effort of shaving without a blade? I mean, that's just silly. And then, of course, you get the other one, where's your beard? And over and over, have to say, hey, I'm a good distance away from the camera. But by the way, I have a little over 24 hours growth today, so I'm so sure you can see that because I shaved very early yesterday morning, and it's almost 11 now. So there you go, people. Eat your heart out. There's a beard. Can't see it from here, but you can when I'm up there. So there you have it. Hate to ever call a question stupid, but that question, where's your beard, is stupid. And I hate to say that, because coming from an individual like myself who have trained people before, and you always say there's no such thing as a stupid question, because you want to encourage questions and comments, but sometimes there is. And the air blade and the lack of beard, stupid comments and questions. Oh, by the way, I'm using one of my favorite soaps of all time. Saponificio, Varesino, Felice Aromatica. I love this stuff. I mean, this to me is one of the best soaps ever created, in my opinion. It's definitely in my top 10. In fact, in my top 5. The scent on this is absolutely superb. It's stout. This is a very hard soap, but it lathers easily. The performance is great. I really like the soaps from Saponificio Varesino. They're just, for me, absolutely superb. Big time winner. All right, let's wet the face and get going. Stand by. Just kind of picked out some stuff that I really like to use for today's shave, because I'm off work, and why not celebrate self a little bit? Just have fun with the shave and use some stuff that I really enjoy. But truth is, I enjoy everything I have, because if I don't enjoy something, I get rid of it. If the scent isn't to my liking, or it grows boring, or it's just something I don't care to use anymore, I get rid of it. And sometimes I really like stuff for a period of time, and then later I don't care that much for it. Let's add a little water. And so I'll get rid of it. This is a dynamic hobby with things coming out every single day. And things change, opinions change, and things that you like change, of course. By the way, in case you missed it yesterday, there was an article in Forbes about wet shavers, and Chris Cullen was in there, and I'm trying to think of who else. I think Beluga razors, and I'm sure I'm missing somebody, but it's a good piece. I'll link it below if you want to check it out. All right, Wolfman razor. It was a really nice piece, and a good long piece on Chris Cullen. And as I said last night in some of the groups, Chris Cullen can't play the small guy anymore. He's big time now. So we were trying to think of a new nickname for Chris Cullen. I'm thinking Brian Wells came up with Forbes Cullen, which I like. Man, this soap is superb. And this razor I'm really liking a lot too. It's right there with my above the ties in terms of craftsmanship and performance. Now, it is pricey, and I regret to say that those prices are going to be going up. After July, I believe, they're going to increase 30 to 40%. And of course, the vendor, Wolfman Razors, has every right to do that. The budget lover in me, and the guy who really wants people to experience things, hates that for other people. But on the same token, I understand the vendor wants to do different things, and so, no big deal. All right, let's rinse the face, come back for pass 2. So my suggestion, if you want a Wolfman razor, get on the list. He has a list on his website, which I'll link below. before July, and the price will remain the same. After that, it increases 30 to 40%, which really puts it in the super premium pills, you know, premium prices, you know, are your $100+ razors. But once you get over 200, you are super premium, and at that point, it really gets out of reach for a lot of people. Oh, by the way, ATT, Above the Tie, was in the Forbes piece as well. And so Stan of Above the Tie was on there, which really, again, is another one of my favorite razors of all time. In fact, it's $185, but what he does is excellent. He'll switch razors out, heads, plates, handles, if you don't care for them. He has a guarantee that's almost unprecedented in the industry, and so I really like those a lot. And $185 is a lot for people, but I feel that it's worth it. And also the $110 that I paid for this Wolfman head was well worth it as well. Now, when the entire razor gets up in that well over $200 range, that will, I think, cause a lot of people to think about it, you know. It definitely becomes very pricey at that point, so we'll have to see how it goes. But I really do like the razor, and I think I've used it maybe 5 or 6 times now, and I'll talk about how I feel about it just after I rinse from this pass. All right, let's rinse, come back for pass 3. Stand by. For me, I find the Wolfman a lot like the Above the Tie slants, insofar as they are very efficient. And notice I'm not saying aggressive, because aggressive to me is like the 2011 Mula or the Fat Tip, or a razor that you can really feel that blade on your face and you know that you can cut yourself if you're not careful. They're not necessarily smooth. The Above the Tie slants and this Wolfman do an excellent job at removing whiskers, and you can definitely feel that it's doing a great job, but it doesn't have that roughness that some of the highly aggressive razors do. And while you know it's doing a great job, it just feels safe and comfortable, if that makes sense. I hope it does. So again, I really like it. I really like the ATT. They're definitely my favorites, no question. All right, good lather, man. This soap, and of course, the brush of the gods. Speaking of brushes, it looks like the Shave the Man brushes are finally making their way to folks, and I'm very excited for people. Even though I didn't order one, because I'm not a natural hair brush kind of guy. I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I'll use one. But it's just not my preference, and I have so many synthetics that I really love. It just, natural hair brushes don't interest me that much. I'll try one now and then, but just don't care that much for them. But anyway, they have finally started making their way out to people, and they look beautiful. And I'm very glad, because I even saw people questioning whether or not they're going to get them, as if they were scammed. And I thought that was very disrespectful to a lot of people who put a lot of time and effort into making those brushes happen. Look, when you order natural hair brushes, if they label them correctly from overseas, they're going to get stopped in Fish and Wildlife in the U.S. That's just a fact. There are people who slide them by and don't label them properly, and they don't get hung up, but rest assured, you can order even a shave mac, and sometimes it'll get hung up in Fish and Wildlife. So, you know, great job to Anthony Esposito and Con and David Gonzalez and all the people who put effort into making that happen. It was a very great thing for the Shave the Man members, and it looks wonderful. If that handle had a Plaisson knot, I would have bought one in a minute, but I'm just not a natural hair guy. All right. Let's feel here. Yeah. Got a little bit there to take up. Feeling very nice. That's the thing about this soap. You'll notice that I'm hitting some spots where you don't see lather, and I don't recommend that new people do this, or really anyone, but I know my face and what it'll tolerate. It's slick enough to where it really leaves some residual slickness there, so I'm absolutely safe and going over those areas, and I won't have any irritation or nicks or cuts as a result. So, and that comes with experience. Again, I don't recommend that you do this, anyone, but I do it sometimes because I know my face. You know your face, you can take that risk if you want, but I don't recommend it. All right, let's rinse the face, come back with our witch hazel and aftershave, and close this one out. Stand by. All right, so we're going to use our Thayer's cucumber, as always. And I'm sure you're tired of me saying it, but it's like magic. It's made by witches. Let's get these glasses off. This is great stuff. Love it. And today I'm going to use Folsom Muir, I don't know how you say that, which should come as no surprise to you people. But I do like the aftershave. It's got a very nice scent. Folsom has very good quality aftershaves. To me, they are comparable to Fine, and that's a huge compliment because I really love Fine. I know it's just very simple ingredients, but I like it. Lasts a good while. Feels great on the face. And of course, let's review for a moment. And starting with the soap, which this soap here, Saponificio Varesino, will run with any top shelf soap in my opinion. Any that I've ever tried, be it Martin de Condre, Expec. In fact, I like it much, much better than Expec. I mean, that's no surprise because I'm not a fan of Expec. But this is a top level soap, that can be had at a very reasonable price, and it'll run with any of them. I mean, Penhaligons, you name it, this soap runs with them, and in fact outruns most of them, in my opinion. Hands down. I'm going to say that because Douglas Smythe doesn't like it when you say hands down. All right. The Wolfman razor on the Jurgen Hempel stainless steel handle. This is just a wonderful setup here. And in fact, I really like this head on this handle, so I might start using it in this configuration more. Wonderfully efficient shaver, but the price is going up on the Wolfman, so get out there and get on that list before July if you want it at the same price. All right. Last but not least, the true, the one, the only Brush of the Gods. And if you don't believe me, go to brushofthegods.com and check it out for yourself. Plaisant. Can't beat it. At least in my opinion. All right. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful and safe weekend. Take care.